when you work with people, you get more done.
Always have a backup plan.
Take a break, take a step back, chill for a second.
Doesn't matter what background you are.
Work with what you've got until it is perfect.
These are all excellent pieces of life advice given from licensed professionals, right? No. These are just dudes talking about cars.
Follow the folly of the fringe player. Catch a glimpse of the knowledge under the singed layer closer to
This is my Lexus IS 300. Rear-wheel drive, inline 6, JDM, perfection. And thanks to this car and the process it took to build it, I've become a man. So, here's the thing about hobbies. Maybe you love BTS. Maybe you love ASMR videos. I'm not judging. Maybe you have a strange attachment to the Pokemon Stadium Lickitung minigame. Looking at you, Grace Helbig.
Stop inflating my ego!
As much as we humans pretend not to care about things, we really care about some things that we may be afraid or embarrassed to admit. Humans love listening to people who are passionate about something, and that's what brings us to YouTube in the first place. The land of people who are so passionate about things that they can't help but make videos about it. That's why sometimes it's nice to go to a place like Comic-Con or a concert where everyone just gets it. And you don't have to explain to the judging eyes of your date what K-pop is. For car guys, that's car shows. Something as simple as driving up to the shows is a world of its own, finding random cars you know are going to the same place you are, and just cruising.
Yeah, I'm hopping in with you. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, the antenna, man. What?
I like this Evo.
Yeah. Now, I'm a sucker for the art and culture that comes out of the car community. I mean, a lot of what I know about film and cinematography comes from watching people like Crispy Media and Mike Koziel on YouTube. I mean, there's a reason my little brother and I almost cry every time we watch the new Audi Avant story that came out, because you live in these things. These cars you spend your whole life in. You're going on road trips. You're going to your first date in these things. You sit in them and sing and cry when dumb things happen, and wait to go into your house sitting on social media because you don't want to talk to anyone yet. At least I do. But the one thing I still specifically credit to cars is becoming a man. And by becoming a man, I mean this stereotype of being able to problem solve and fix things with your hands.
Will it rub?
those I'm trying to get off so I can put this in. So as soon as that happens, I'm so close.
Is it going?
Yeah, it's going.
Eat it, Maxima. Oh, can you hear like reverberating?
The process of building a car is long and expensive, but it's incredibly rewarding. It's an art piece you get to take with you wherever you go, and you get to catch people taking pictures with it. So it's really a win-win. So here we are. I put a year and a half of work into this car, and it finally looks the way I wanted it to look. It sounds so good, it drives so good. But here's the thing about the car. It's now dead. Since I'm out one cool car that I would use to properly show you guys why we consider these things art, I figured I'd let some friends help explain. This is Micah Mesqua, a good friend of mine that happens to own this beautiful machine over here.
It's a 1991 BMW 318i sedan that is very far from its badge. And I swapped a M50 non-Vanos motor out of a E34 5 Series. And then it has an E28 5 Series diff, a 325 LSD. And a couple other upgrades like headlights and European spec parts, but a good little rig, something I've really liked building over the years. I mean, it's cute. It's cute. That's what my wife said. She said it's cute. This is me pretending. I've owned a lot of cars. This isn't the first, but this one was definitely one of the biggest challenges. And one of the reasons I still own it is I think that, you know, it becomes more valuable and more meaningful to you as the more blood, sweat, and tears you pour into it, right? I feel like that's taught me a lot as well for my projects as a person who's a creative and similar to you in making videos and things like that. It's valuable information for sure, learned from just a simple wrench on the weekend when you can to kind of try to perfect it and work with what you've got until it is perfect. And so
I think there's so much more I could include from talking to Mike and all my other friends.
it's my favorite thing I've ever owned, for sure.
Freaking battle.
But I think you guys get the point. You can learn so much from your hobbies.
Take a break, take a step back, chill for a second, and then reapproach the situation.
Everyone should enjoy every vehicle. Everyone rags on each other, but everyone has that appreciation where, you know, they secretly like each other's cars.
You always have somebody that like can help you out with something. Everybody knows somebody in the car scene, I feel like.
Truth. Yeah, that was no. Do you have anything else you want to say? That was solid.
I'm just happy to be here. This is my 2008 Subaru Impreza WRX STI. Custom cracked windshield and missing bumper piece with a nice cracked fog light. Yep.
Much like a painter, these guys know every flaw in their art piece. They work hard, and they like to have their car represent themselves just as much as a stylist chooses her own clothing or how you choose to decorate your room. This hobby brings friends, media, and different backgrounds together to collectively make fun of Subaru owners for vaping. But they love the noise of the boxer rumble and love watching an STI pull away on the freeway. Whether you like low, lifted, classy, or trashy cars, everyone expresses their love and art through what they build with their own hands and learn countless lessons about patience and growth with every broken bolt or lost 10mm socket. So maybe those car enthusiasts are giving life advice when they talk about cars. And I think you can give life advice too when you reference some of the hobbies and little things that you've poured time into but are embarrassed to admit you care so much about to other people.
I was walking with my kid and I like legit saw your head.
That's
I was like,
so
that's
funny, dude.
100% Matt. And then I saw the camera, I'm like, yeah, dude, it's him.